Welcome back to the Commercial Real Estate Show. I'm Michael Bull. Today we're talking about crowdfunding. We have Jilliene Helman here with us from Realty Mogul and Chuck Taylor from Realty Mogul. And now, as I like to talk about the benefits for sponsors, because it does surprise me when I'm talking to some of our clients, or I'm out at an event and I'm always curious. I'm asking questions. I guess what I do for a living here on the show, right? And I'll ask them if they've used it, if they've considered it. And it seems like a lot of them just don't know a lot about it yet. And it seems like there's some big growth ahead of us as some of these sponsors learn more about the benefits. So what are a couple of the benefits to sponsors to consider crowdfunding?
Sure. Well, I think first and foremost, you're able to access, we have over 20,000 investors today, and accredited investors. And the opportunity to go in and have LP, passive capital that they can access in one entity. They're dealing with one group, that's realtymogul.com, with regard to asset management looking forward. It's a big benefit. They can go, we're focused on $1 to $5 million type of equity raises on the capital side today. A lot of times that's non-institutional. They don't have an institutional capital partner that they're going to and just writing one check for it. If you have to go around and raise that capital on a one-off basis for every transaction, that can take a lot of time and energy. If you're a sponsor who's focused on real estate and you want to be an operator and perform on your business plan, spending a lot of time or having limited resources, spending a lot of your time raising capital on each and every transaction can be cumbersome. A great way to access a large base of investors pretty quickly is to come to realtymogul.com and raise your equity that way. And we think looking forward, the technology is only going to get better and better, and the time associated with that is going to continue to compress, and it's an exciting opportunity today.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. If you're out trying to raise capital, then you're not spending the time you need to on the real estate, finding that next opportunity. So maybe as a sponsor, you get to do more transactions, build more wealth and cash flow. And also I like the way you're doing it, because I think some sponsors would think, well, if I have 60 investors with 10,000 each, I've got a lot of cats to herd and report to, but you're handling that, right?
It's an important distinction, right? Yeah. We're coming in as one LP entity into the transaction, and you're not going to be taking, to your point, 1,000 phone calls later on down the road from a lot of different investors. You're interfacing with one group, and that's realtymogul.com.
Final question for you guys. What's the future look like for crowdfunding? It seems like it's just new, and what's in the future? How's it going to grow?
I always talk about entrepreneurship, and one of my favorite lines is skate to where the puck is going, right? So we're at the infancy of crowdfunding, and that's probably my greatest advice to sponsors today is dive in, right? People were very skeptical about crowdfunding, and they still are today, but here we are having financed almost $200 million in transactions, right? So there's real capital that's being put out. I think that this is a multi-billion-dollar business. I think that you'll see tens of billions of dollars raised online through our technology long term. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, and I urge you, if you are a sponsor, to get out and talk to people like Chuck and Jilliene and figure out what they're doing and ask about it. And I think also if you're a retail investor, say you're running a company, you're a lawyer, you're an attorney, you're an accountant, you don't have time to invest in real estate, crowdfunding is a great way to get out there, and you don't have to invest day one, right? You can kind of sniff around and check it out and see how things are going, right?
Yep, investors can come online with no obligation and start browsing through real estate transactions, educating themselves, which is a really important part of the investing process, and start digging in.
Yeah, and listeners to this show, I mean, this show is a great way to kind of get an understanding and comfort level with commercial real estate, because we're talking to the best analysts in the country about what's going on in the different sectors. So yeah, listen to the show, take your time and make some investments and make some money, right? Absolutely. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you guys coming to Studio One here in Atlanta.
Thanks Michael.
And thanks for joining us out there on the 47 radio stations now, or maybe you're watching us on YouTube or iTunes or the show website, commercialrealestateshow.com. We have some incredible shows coming up for you, including next week. We're going to talk about single-tenant net lease properties. That has certainly been an active market. So until next week, be sure that you always lead, learn, and laugh, and join us for the Commercial Real Estate Show. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by Bull Realty, a great place to do business. Xceligent, information for the professionals. And Commercial Search, properties for sale and lease. To access these companies or for additional videos, podcasts, and articles, visit creshow.com.